Hi, Charles County. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Fiscal, where we talk about all things related to fiscal and administrative services here in Charles County. This is a budget bite. We're giving you a quick update of what's going on with the budget process for fiscal year 2025. Joining us, as always, is the wonderful Jake Dyer. Jake, fill us in. What's today's bite?
So today's bite is going to focus on what happened on Tuesday, May 7th, on the general fund and capital improvement fund. That's the last budget meeting prior to the budget adoption, which is scheduled for May 14th. And this is the chance for a commissioner to make any additions or deletions to the budget.
And that's done on, I love that it has such a basic name. That's called an add delete.
Yes,
I love it when government makes things easy instead of complicated with a crazy acronym. It's just an add delete form.
Correct.
And if a commissioner does that, they have to kind of justify the why and where that money comes from, right? So if I want more money to go somewhere, I have to talk about how it's going to balance out.
They do.
Okay.
When they submit their form, they need to say where you're adding and where and how are you funding it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you give us some kind of high level? I know anybody who wants to take that deep dive into what the commissioners were asking for, you can always go back and watch the video on demand to see the meeting in its whole form. But can you give us the highlights of what the adds and deletes looked like? Yeah,
so first, I'll just say that we got consensus that all the adds that they suggested, regardless of what commissioner was going to make it to the budget.
Great.
Okay. So some high level highlights. Commissioner Collins asked to expand the summer youth employment program. He also added 2 additional positions for Recreation, Parks, and Tourism Department. Commissioner Bowling provided additional funds to the Charitable Trust, which is our nonprofit agency. A scholarship funds to continue a scholarship funds with College of Southern Maryland.
Great.
Additional community collaborative initiative called the Rock. He put some funds in there.
That's my personal favorite, because that's something that Renisha Miles, our chief equity officer, and I worked on that. So I'm not going to, I don't want to have favorites, but that's my favorite.
Cool. Commissioner Coates put in funds to help support sidewalks in the Southampton neighborhood. Commissioner Stewart put in funds to improve a sidewalk near J.P. Ryan Elementary School in support of the Boys and Girls Club that's going to go in Waldorf. And then lastly, Commissioner Patterson put in funds to allow employees to have an additional day of personal time off during the fiscal year. And I forgot one more thing for Commissioner Bowling was added security for when a commissioner is attending off-site events to have additional security there for staff and commissioners.
Yeah, it's a pretty diverse list, everything from staffing to community improvement.
Yes.
I love it. Great.
Yeah. And then we also, in that meeting, the sheriff's office came. They asked the commissioners to consider making a change to their budget, which they were reprogramming within their budget, but it was going to add additional 4 new technicians to support the body-worn camera program. And since the commissioners have budgetary position control over the commissioners, over the sheriff's office, we had to go in front of the commissioners and explain to them that when they approve the budget, they're going to be approving 4 additional pins than what we presented during the earlier in the budget process.
Awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. All right. So next week,
so next
Tuesday, May 14th.
Yes.
What happens?
May 14th is the budget adoption day for fiscal year 2025. At that time, the commissioners would read motions formalizing the budget. They would be formalizing the tax rates, any other tax rates, the fees and charges. They would also be setting the budgets for our enterprise funds and adjusting any fees to support those funds.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I appreciate you giving us this quick budget light to know what happened Tuesday, May 7th and what we have to look forward to.
Yes.
And the next time we'll do a Let's Get Fiscal recording, we'll have one in June going over the highlights that every resident should know. Yeah, kind of the top things you want to throw out there.
Correct. This will no longer be a bite. This would be like a mouthful.
A feast.
Of what's in the budget.
I love it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jake Dyer, for being here as always and filling us in on what we should know about the budget. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that after next week, you can take a little bit of a deep breath and relax after a hard process to get all of this done. Yeah?
Well, the budget season never ends. Well, we have more work to do.
It just starts as soon as it's adopted, you're raising that child again. Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. So. Well, a big thank you to you and your entire team at Fiscal and Administrative Services. I know how hard you all work to get this process going and through and all of the above. So thank you for the work.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Awesome. We will see you next month to talk about all the things you need to know, the highlights of fiscal year 2025's budget. Remember, if you have questions about any of the language or terminology that Jake used today, go back through our previous episodes and you can go take deeper dives into some of the things that happen within the budget. And otherwise, we'll look forward to sharing the highlights with you in June. Thanks so much, Charles County. Take care, stay safe, and stay engaged.
For more information on Charles County government, visit our website, www.charlescountymd.gov. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to the county's e-news. Also, don't forget to sign up for our text and email alerts through the Citizen Notification System. You can watch CCG TV on Comcast Channel 95 or Verizon Fios 10, and we're streaming on Apple TV and Roku devices. Just search Charles County Government. You can also subscribe to our podcast wherever you get your podcasts by searching Charles County Government. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel,